Morning. It's October the 4th, and we've got enough red peppers in these giant Marconi plants here that we can probably go ahead and do a fifth harvest. We're getting a lot of peppers on the top of these plants now, and my cages aren't as tall as they need to be, so these guys are, you can see them hanging over the cage there. And we are getting a lot of peppers, new blooms coming on. Let's see, we've got one more plant over here, and it's getting a few red ones in there. So we're going to go ahead and do another harvest this morning, and I don't know how many more we're going to have off of these plants. It seems that the peppers are staying small, but you know, it is what it is. We've had a lot of large ones, but right now we're getting peppers this size, and you know, that's a nice size pepper, but not for giant Marconis. I guess that's still pretty good size, but we've grown them twice that big. But that's how they do. They start putting on the peppers at the bottom. That's where we got our largest pepper harvest. And then they go to the middle of the plant and they start putting on pretty decent peppers. And as you get closer to the top, the peppers are starting to get a little smaller. And I'm seeing a few of them have the blossom end rot, so we'll pull them off too, throw them in the compost pile. I think when we get these plants done, I'm going to add some more amendments, more calcium to the soil, so we don't have an issue next year if we decide to plant them here. So let me pause this and get it set up in the tripod, and we'll harvest a few of these guys. Okay, let's see if we can get a few of them off the plant. Get down in there. Still a nice looking pepper, just on the small side, but that's okay. They'll eat just as good. Another nice one. I believe I'll leave that one for another week or so. You can see they're all on the ends of these stalks now. Need to get those up. Take that one just to get some weight off the end of that little stalk. Let's see. Kind of hard to see here. Sun's right in my eyes. Maybe we can even move over just a little bit. So we still got a ton of green ones in there. See, that's what you don't want with this variety. Why even bother, right? that's it for that one. This plant right here seems to have the most ripe ones on it. Pretty nice one. Still beautiful peppers. Just small. We can get the weight off of that. Take him too. All right, yeah, we still have a lot of green ones in there, but I don't know how well they're gonna finish out. We're just gonna keep picking them, I guess, until they get so small it's not worth it. Then I'll take the plants down. So we got one more plant. I can see it's hard to see with the sun right in my eyes. See if I can move you over just a little bit more. Okay. Maybe we'll tilt that down a little bit. Just picking that up. I may take a few of the green ones just so I can get the dehydrator filled. Get that weight off the top. I think I'll leave them too. So there we go. Not bad. They are getting smaller. Still nice looking. I think that's about the biggest one. There's another nice one. But all in all, all of these plants, this is the first time we planted them in these areas that they're planted in. So I think we've done pretty good. This is our 5th harvest. We're probably going to get another, just by looking at it, maybe 2 or 3 more harvests if, Lord willing, they make it. We don't have no bad storms. And if we don't end up continuing with the blossom end rot. For the most part, they're in pretty good shape. There's a few in the plant, on the plants over here, that's getting it on the very tips. But we'll pull them off of here today, and maybe in another week or so we'll take another harvest. And if we don't have any large peppers left in there, I may go ahead and take them down. I don't overwinter my pepper plants. I tried to do that before. We don't have a garage or a basement, so in order for me to overwinter, I have to dig them up and bring them inside. I tried to do that one year, many years ago. I even washed the root balls down to bare roots and then replanted them. That's what a couple of videos that I've seen on this variety overwintering said to do, so you don't bring pests in your house. They did well for about 2 months, and then they just died. So we don't do that anymore. I start from fresh seeds every year. I always save our biggest peppers, and then we'll take the seeds out of these peppers, and I'll just spread them out on a cookie sheet with some parchment paper or wax paper. Your seeds don't stick to that. And then I'll just set them out on the back of my truck in the sun for a few days. I'll bring them in at night and set them out during the day and let them dry for a few days out in the hot sun in these 80-degree days we're getting. And then I'll bring them inside and just set them on a shelf for a few weeks before I package them up. I'll put them in an envelope and then write what they are and the date I took them, and then put them in the crisper. But we always save our largest peppers, the seeds out of the largest peppers to plant. And that's what all of these plants are. It's first time growing in the spots that they're in, and I really would like to try to overwinter those, because they're huge at the bottom. I bet some of those stalks over there are probably almost 2 inches across. But in order for me to do that right, I'll have to dig a big old root ball out and stick it in a pot. And I just don't want to bring that soil inside my house while I'm trying to start all my other stuff in the spring. That's just that's an accident waiting to happen. If I had a garage where I could do it, or a basement, we'd try that. But we'll just start fresh again next year. And this is our 5th harvest. Wasn't the best, but it was enough to make a video. And we've probably got a few more harvests off of these plants. And we'll keep you along for the ride. Thanks for watching.